Addo the first term of office or can say obetu Galamsey ase na civil society ho na trade union congress ho na youth ago ho property committee man ti so bi akra bo na basoda se mo adwuma na wo ye no eso ye ni wo prayer kozu pepenso bi a wote ono one man so dimi call Galamsey send cause soldier for dem ko ye ni how they enrich themselves in the process police from ko mo enrich them ho Omina so Ghana for immigration from come enrich them. There are several occasions that yachi me foreigners who are made call immigration service. So the sort of thing that goes on. She say the two hope they are left to go. And sir, you cannot pinpoint the government alone as being responsible. You can't government so no man say the political party as a government in the NFE. That cannot be true. And to say Kofi proposals now I support him. We share traditional councils or makasi dey mean to go there. And power of gold no offense go to Oba.
Yeah.
But ukoha who Galamsey even in the halfos.
Yeah. Mampong.
Gold will have bebre but omo ye legitimate mining. Mampong. And it tells you say if there's the willpower of the people say we will not be too greedy. Say go there but the say be ani to go there. You be to I chieftaincy authorities no what's their power I don't know typical him because me to go to myself now pam because the man for support no and do rawa obete take the next steps. There are other areas akwa hemfie ekotu nsan se ye monpai na ultimate to go no omade ma bompai ma kutu go
so we go to no quite papa so
some of them come with certificates and concessions but yet Galamsey starting but me small scale mining who asempa. Now the Koban said the idea was to give to the indigenes so that they can also raise some kind of income and health and profit the society with it. After the yarn ya kofi that time na jo mama kwase sa China for be gukuru Chinese prisoners. Some metu gold. And another watch and protection of the government, then government. No mu to go nti o bibini no uni technology ni papa du ko fa broni ni ba China ni ba I'm sorry me si broni China ni o ko fa le ba
China for me bro
o nya bro for China
bro
yani ya chama ni ma for ya na China ni do ko broni na hwe nko tire ni mo mo ni
mo we punch
China ni do be da broni nti o mo ba what 25 acres man or no efficient means of mining the gold. And also then some money there. If you see a woman who raise some money such as some up do die high no go turn down ma. Ubekonoma said that. Me see ba could be am who there. I was representing the Chinese national. And no bell report say what no be few two or see maintenance on your bill or the ba me am shim. When the papa no new me no lawyer we there yan kan say brand yan call if you wanna work for yourself. Now you tell me what to do. Me see ceiling POP you normal repon. Now me call Mr. Chinese how did you do that? Was it now what is the rent now? Was it rent road channel? As one fast one is saying. There's a rent it also to me sell what I now to me maintain. And in that mindset never heard that. And as long as we keep them around one fighting Galamsey will be very 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 difficult. Last week me ko Accra meba yeah check in queue no about 30 Chinese nationals who show man nyina Galamsey yes. No immigration officer asked them where they were going. Elsewhere so ko bi mamu na say we foreign more call in the suspicious manner you are stopped and asked especially at the airport. What if say we do hono? Yes, I grant you another interview. When me and can justify why you are coming out, you are returned. They are there. Everything about them is Galamsey. Near from Sanoma for immigration, Sanoma BP. Like you were saying, excavators. Qua no one say echo. No one so prepare white envelope. You account. Qua you all the security checkpoint. Now, unam mangrasua ya just beside the road.
Yeah.
Ya tuchuo. Na Galamsey police for any area wana. Penifo bia ni obi antwam politician bia antwam hu say ye anapai ye tutu anwea wo ho nti ye be alert there mumia protected land okwa anyina ma similar thing enti the Galamsey issue ne ye kan is bigger than we are looking at because government can say me and tuna optimum ye betu a what can the government do they can do little as much as you so say any there so MPP ni so NDC ni so Muslim so Christian so Buddhist everybody should rise against Galamsey but approach an issue now as some people try to score political point out of it, the call I believe so because Galamsey a course in your 2 months to election kwa na grofo say Galamsey course no more call say national strike economy ngati to a halt no mu yo masaka say aban and raise revenue anya kwan so me yesi su demonstration da be na abo Ghana yen nyina kumi preku we were very exuberant we were part of kumi preku what was the result of kumi preku did it change anything in fact it got to a point we all regretted because we may increase VAT in term kra and probably infrastructure development and Kenya more. But we allowed ourselves to demonstrate against VAT and the VAT near one of the mainstays of the revenue of the government. And I'm sure sir mummy and in now you discussing well. Na stakeholders in a handful timamfo look who call community town committee your assemblyman your handful your chairman your debubofo all these people are supposed to be people who are supposed to check what is going on in the society and all of them have compromised and the Ghana for nyina ya compromise ya ni ala Galamsey akoso na oyene ba obetima tena okrom na togoni atimawura unsuosu na ose unsu na oye
abra wonim ho
hwe it is too serious can you go outside this country now akwa say obi nsuo ni waba na free yayi obi a free Russia kra mesie so Togo ha it is too serious and to my mom to me so check here water bodies your mom to me so ma foreigners in they should be up and doing because that is where the issues are obi di chanfa be sin so no tupa no nya Ghana ni ehwe no tu a they are senseless people because to go down on Ghana how what you call send on the man ye mom tu ya gudi anyame dia chair ne o mu free to go metu no mfanko net one ye defensive I think that should not be accepted and at times ye person here overly human right and it's causing a lot of trouble in this country because many just over America go see highway so my cars in twem na 5 minutes better it doesn't happen in America so we demonstrate and you go see highway so mo be twem the beacon of democracy you will survive it but Ghana obi timi see kwan say me mo be anko hospital na police for soldier for environment no see kwan you see human right into money see kwan what are we about dey suatra no and na me so me go we are there mini human right why don't you protect me then because say we are sin against the state and we should be up and doing security forces you know and here say politician be for say kwachi obi o when you see because your citizens arrest gra make kwa me na mo so obi ye bone a na mo ahode say betumi over power na betumi chene na call the nearest police station the police no jira ma this president of say arrest those who have blocked the road and say no arrest I mean this is unheard of and that's the IGP you have to stop them me demonstration 92 me ye bia what does it but I'm not sure we are doing these things see a sequence of movie hospital na kanta warren say you watch ubenya utelidim and please human rights does not mean people should be allowed to misbehave and the security forces you know you better aba the earlier you started acting the better and grofo bi ko gada ya yes grofo bi ko pa yes ya de na grofo abo bi tu ufiri ya interview no be free no for na be gada na security yes here anything suspicion based on suspicions some motives will be baby no organizer you have every power to go there and finish them me dem feel say enforcement is the major issue the second is commitment how committed are we to fight Galamsey you consider Sikani as against the protection of the natural resources. If you say the short-term effect is to put money in our pockets. So let's sell our cocoa, let's cut our maize and other things and give the land to Galamsey. Now, to me, since you reclaim land in the Kuranka, you mitigate effect in the Kakra. But them two, you know, my Jahoko. So, see, two near we are reclaiming land now. I made the way example, the quarrel about the Venezuela for none.
Yeah.
Ufa Hache. I done the forest. Then I'm asking myself, baby, Yasimenti, new part time for so long. Within this short time, a year move free or a wolf. Not to say you reclaimer. It's likely that
you bet myself to farm.
Exactly. So they should insist, especially those who are regular mining. They should insist that the reclamation goes on. So maybe near radio matter say for instance the concession amount. Now call now be Juma Yeba. Now what deposit? Sikabi said, assuming I leave without reclaiming, this money should be used to reclaim it. And the state has a duty to ensure that after the land is mined, it is put back to its former state. And the Sigana or seed man now, you can use it to reclaim the land. Otherwise, the Amoyan assassinated government best boka after the individuals have mined and taken their money. Government will spend millions of Ghana cedis to reclaim the land. Now a double. Meanwhile, how much did government get from it? Because it's not formal, they are not even paying taxes.
Yeah.
And to Shema, yes, it has created a lot of employment, given the number of people who are presently mining. Anything that wisdom be nuclear state of emergency, fast. That will never work. Because remember, in spite of how illegal some of these activities are, many people are sustaining their life out of it.
Yeah.
Some of them too are legal. Community mining, what's the state of emergency near stop community mining? You can't say that. And Obinza formally concession. No, too good. Now you can't tell them say you have invested in the gold by virtue of the law, by empowerment of the state. Yet I'm stopping you today abruptly. What will be the consequence? Excavator only bakobo. And it's a lectures no me did in the say at the geography who here to be a how would they behave? How would they react? Because those small scale miners, they are legitimately mining the land. And government has a duty to ensure that they do it right. And the solution is not to tell them to stop, but to make sure they do it right. Because for the license, and the Senate teacher needs extra day or no to me so extra day. So I don't know who to the money. And do guys say no nyai na car busi or the car. What are you trying to introduce to the system? And right. Let us keep on discussing. Let us believe say Ghana is ready to fight Galamsey. You hear the political parties here, somebody like one Buahin, Ekojina, he said Buahin. Next was a repeat. Oh, let me visit IGP girlfriend. So make him the or kind or make him because it has become a national issue. And for you to go and encourage people to mind it, that is say we are member for. So I said that you know.
Right.
Yeah. Kagubuahin, say concerned organized labor members. Yeah, I say a issue statement about the YN. Na ya from central ya chire about the Kagubuahin serially. YN adwin say obey Ghana politics. Na was say at the park Ghana for hwehwe na yenya nso ye pese ye no ono no okogina kokoso no wakohunu so no no abagina ase ho no ababuza se ede na adetina nso na ahono saa na ema no ewo se NDC ne wo mo eye saa na ema no ejai so omu nyai a ewo se boda Roma Ghana for ehu nipa kro nipa dodo a omu wo Ghana ha omu mpese Galamsey ejai na aban ayire ho se meku Galamsey na omo pese ye to aba ma omo nti no omo de Galamsey na aye political message na so the negative way no ye pese e bo ho dawro na lawyer kasa no okanema ebre na de manage ho pa se mra enforcement mra de kan Ghana hanka wa pa o na so intimi enforce titu ye mpanyim for no ana am say jama ye Ghana for no ye shifting responsibility too much. I said when you fast training ye no be a kind of family culture near that no I say you paying for the BI, you just look up to them for them to take action. Yeah, dear, you need and now say you knew a position into take action. I built as I some kind of problem in the fiber of our society. And no aboya air koswa emma yentimi Galamsey. Because China titru. Omuno me na meka say omu ye congenital trespasses.
Tanuma. The okay is antiasi.
The lawyer bit. Omu su bypass as ye omu. Adia e say kuta adia e ba beje firi se. Ye bebu afa so se ya, ye bebu afa so. Achetia wo fa ho die so akọ. Omu ye dom 2005 na mu UK. Na mu go school ho na me kai pa say na China for ha UK for. Said ye Oma bahona na adwuma ahonso omode adwuma bia so bia o adwuma bia se adwuma na enye kura so ombeba abeye na de na ewom ne se metiye me hu suso bi no for Mokambe be ana honom na se emwe ase shell ase nwa kitingiti ya shell yemfa se ha se yanke beka se sidie type omode mususu kakra na minim de omode ye na omo se epuna no se omunya high tide na nso no etweba asase so kakra na se twekwa bo na samoa no abetiti hye enetenum na omo kwa no omo peke na nkrofo bi so o se eba etoda oman no mufo no ne kofa China fo ne ba na omo pe cheap labor eniti omo kofa China fo ahye container yade Asema see you 2005 asem we esi UK container erefa nemo na China for ya pack magum ni offload wo Liverpool sport
ya me Liverpool
oh yeah ano ma yi wo a na de mo sie na fe ade san anwumre no na mo hwe tight no na omo ye omukwa no mako peke no peke hon adwuma omo ye no ena omo ba bubam no bi ebumba mu so a na bi mu so a start pirating omo so adwuma bi mu ye no edi na yukafo dwa omo ye hwehwe ye na krofo bua no mu buba na ye dem omo na dakro se nso no atwe ko fam kakra no omo hu de ye na krofo be gu ho ne be 30 omo o peke ana so ne sa buba ye so ne sa buba ye ne se enipa tatiri nyina
wo hwe mu awe
poafa wo mo na danasem ye the China for be wu UK because of sanyuma fin we kra mutin buy na good we sanyuma we kra ho eti abisa America for kra mo kwan kakra bia China for they will trespass to their country and do what on pass almost senior eti nipa obo ama China for hu Ghana set gold wa ha mo ba Ghana ha ba ya adwuma ha no wa high papa mama wa high papa because omo pass on ne dire pass o pa mama ko enti ye hwe omo ne dire o China for so omo be busa so a omo nkamra o we rough Ghana say we black nipa we black kunkum China for kunkum Ghana for we bro omo kuta kuta o ka mo boto
especially this Aisha girl
me say ahojo police station o me ma ko ho ma ko uza China for kunkum enkrofo a police for ne omo kan I can asem omo murder cases bebrebe China for munye ne papa o but Ghana for ya hwe omo ebi mu wuram si ye hunu ye nkasa say the lawyer can say omo wuram immigration for say ya dan envelope atu ho say that's all omo wuram ade ba ko so a koso ha si a e bia manfo hu ye we de me na ma observe because me a friend to my students obi onim bia me students ya me no mo father for especially foreign ones na dade no ebi mo kura aka chem so o Ghana omo adwuma mo ye ne Galamsey omo aba as foreign students ebi mo ba from Nigeria bi fi Guinea bi fi say Gambia bi mo be se Ghana ha sei na o purpose pa ne say o person o be hye saa adwuma num na ebi eyebi na so o person o be wura Ghana num na sa no matima ye ti bi mu the student status eneba yes bi mu the state student neba Ghana for a mayo an so be from Nigeria ba say ya to do no am be wura ha say me students but omo ye so eti Ghana for say mu pekini pa maba mo say immigration for mo de omo ba mu a mo hwe ye na mo monitor omo na no say Ghana ni de say independent be wura mu ko no say yi ani say adwuma obeye say obekọ say wonko ni nyina hayen sa na ma we mu nyina na akoso say border no kra no enye niti nkofo enkwe ho papa bia nti obi fa chebe ma wuram no aba no say na masat no kra wo ha kra na waka say nkofo kra bi because of politics nti nkofo bi akọ ha omo nim ye bi aba ba gina som say mo hunu no na enye fi na fi nkofo hu say so na efi o aba na anya de na no aye political agenda 2 months to election na crofo bi so ahihye omo de position say your mama mo give your mama bit maba eti painful mo da organized labor no crofo bi o few people bi ana o maye madwe say ihihye be ni ye be to aba na ka be 2 months no ye be man crofo hu say Galamsey why problem na MPP antimi anso ayi no omo for oman timi ama yensu say ya de ba wa ya ha ni aka niam na nyina na demands a omo demand no hwɛ say demands omo demand a na ka ban ehwɛ adi mo akidi asa nka oman ya state of emergency saa de we unim say na anu ya president ma omo call say position of nkrofo kra matete say nkrofo bi afa ho a omo hye soja atade a omo dwen say yes omo same wa asai abanidin be hye nkrofo ne ma the state of emergency kabana NDC soja for na muni e bobon nkrofo atu 2 months to election ya bonipa base numtu MPP for na ekumo someone enu ya number 1 the whole country so shut down because labor organized labor obi an kwadwuma GPL to phone kwadwuma say one hwe kura taxi for kura no babenje nurse for kwadwuma doctor for kwadwuma a teacher for kwadwuma Ghana shut down state of emergency go for guram etutuo demonstration koso cities yey enim da ebe endi o mo hedan ka say ye ndakro pe anase na mienu nti nka oba no obetuma traso we kire say nhyehyɛ pa na nkrofo bi hyehyɛ na minim say omunim kan say state of emergency na Akufo-Addo on declare eninti no omo the strike no ebe na demonstration ye but me just said sad no so no emwa enunti so tina some of us sorry say yenta homa mungu Ghana because mo personal interest intino o pese mo de say Ghana Galamsey no ha adwen ha yen na so mo aban na mo de poa no o mo na aboa ma Galamsey no aye difficult say be fight eniti mo so mo nkasa nche o mo no mo nya sa na mo ye no kwakubu ahia asem na waka no sese won say media na say honum no amanfo because I said media no favor opposition no than the aban ye bia no
opposition tuase na aban no
sa mum na aban so transa
opposition tuase na aban no
the tua de say aban ka wo power so bitima tua mo
ene aban na asem
la
the man he say he doubted agenda 111 are criticizing it so much fi baby ni do baby no fi say aban kra mpo no e de bedada amanfo but the wo hunu e wo bono ene doma ankasa mpotem no he cannot just wait to see say at least he complete be 50 kra na nurse fo e be fa wo mu doctor fo e be fa mu omomokoto nuane wo honom ene ade e wo honom na de ahohare so abra enkofo and then the concern you say aban we ni ho a the assurance of continuity and also so no say. And so ababe play to nyema kese a aban na sha say the Swami interchange the Buankra inland port agenda 111 near the nyina say continuity ye be wi na beto so. And then the economy mood is for so no ababe upgrade your ratings. They say things are getting better. After 54 days near Kotoaba.
My friend, the greatest confession of the century. the greatest confession of the century. Because everybody knows the personality of Domahin.
Yeah.
His political inclination. And if I will say boldly, lineage. You get the point. And so for him to make that objective analysis, it is so exciting to hear. At times, Usam when him say, "Domahine na eka say ya." Because otherwise, we thought he was more inclined towards the opposition, and you could see the man was being sincere.
Yeah.
And people have even started wondering if the sort of criticism they have criticized him, it is worth it. He has gained some credibility for his statement, because it takes a bold person to look at the face of a party that he has sympathies for, and to speak the truth. And I can tell Ghanaians, the man has spoken it all. Say, ye nim ni a mistake biom. Posterity will never forgive us. Such an opportunity for Ghana to develop and to advance. Look at the kind of I call Mampong. Ayi community center bia nana do so eh yeah. Na me da compare airport to Kumasi ha. Na me be some say my year na say me da so Ghana. Because if you can have such developments dotted around the country, near my home 8 years Ghana oba ha ubia.
Last time you call Bosomchi, I think Thursday. Doctor ya say Oduchumdie or say on agenda 111 no, he's not only looking at a numa ebe creating, but he thinks now do timu pose Obama Ghana for a lifespan emu awa because your hospital facilities ni esua nti ama pressure about to the extent that oyare a na wokọ hono but abrochire de omo facilities ni bebrebe nti wote ho a every 1 month every 2 months onyare kwa wotimi kọ na akoye check up nti bibin bo na ebeto ani ehuru ntem ni aso ano and that is why abafu no enyini che no in this agenda 119 but there's a district bia one hospital you can walk to any hospital facility na akoye general check up say bibin bo na ebeto ni paduanu mu a yaso ano ntem ma and so it will increase our lifespan.
And then me tie ayi sister station bi no omako muskum ha technical university no interview bi and also on the Alberto NDC you business adan also omoba musi hospital bebre omo ya kwan bebre. And I was driving, I was wondering a
technical university student
saying this because of share the kilometers of asphalted roads are MPPIR. So we were 4 years was 17. 4,000 or 17,000. And this university student agenda 111 hospitals, and this where OCB. Look at the STEM and TVET schools. And so we need to understand these 2 months, we need to tell people that say na ya sue nyansa sebe na ya sa ko mistake bi okoto aba Ashanti region in particular, all the projects we must start yeah how it was abandoned. Everybody knows the moment government changed omudu 10 or sort of the end of Duaka road at the Azikeni ho, they left those projects just like that, but they were doing things shoddy roads somewhere else. And they thought that they should leave it. Why? Because it's a Ashanti region. And the Omomti Kumasi in importem. Nyasande for Kumasi in importem. Say a person as you nya and hoto. Ewa abrabum. Nasi yakua nima. We should watch out when we cast our vote, because projects no must start in the doors ye. The likelihood that the 4 years tenure of John Mama or abandon are 90%. And it will just be a besu mama. And yes, Ashanti region 85%. We can't compromise because we need to see those things. Swami interchange, we need to see it. Interchange is sent yes in Groha from 92 before 92, 79 or whatever you look at it to now. Interchange is any or Kumasi. And then you beer. Obesibi. I did why I interchange. You basic 4-story or so. Am I? Must say, you're watching it. You're going to about Yana, Yama, Gugobun, Ketiaba. I mean, can we be thinking that way as a people? It's a big no. And there be can say politically, the way we have done our politics, we need to beg Ghanaians and make them know. Say yes, Romada. And yet politics per se. But me know me say politics about say who he high and in the twaba. And let one moment economics as say Mudio say why you the one moment here. But they can see the infrastructure. Me say offer airport hall.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised where you are. And this is a project. Nana Adonsano. The school are there was in who hear a difference who hear old government, you know, block. Now where government schools are do. The difference is quite huge. The quality, the architectural drawings, the intent, you know, it is putting us into a modern society. Yeah. While the NDC one is putting us into classrooms, they are looking beyond classrooms. Omo pesi you feel say so we approach near wa ye nyina ye sika prime ni sidan and who die na wa ko approach da mo amatutu kwa munim approach schools they are not better than what we have here. First na filling station na Ghana there bebre first approach there and then the classrooms oh there yo ours is better. What does say enti say election way wo a also wo adwupama Ghana bia you have a responsibility to campaign for Alhaji Bawumia. Otherwise, the way a manner the society is structured, yeah, let me can young person entiasie, send a political advantage. Another said, Debbie, we will risk it. Let everybody go to school. Let them understand the issues. And then when we meet like this and we are campaigning, and now when I do see that who say acquire Juniper identity. But you know my opportunity to go to school. They don't even understand it. Obi aba, yes, obi say yashin musie. Odo for na pam na shin musie ko ebetu ya tax. No, obi etimi nipa ni tisi so otimi adisase bo yedi. Oda say nipa ni tisi so awada sorry o. Otimi adisase sorry wo yedi. Why? Because of ignorance. And na say no my papa. And we be no be e ko school. Mo amanya opportunity akọ SHS no there. It should be a religion. So you are making sure that SHS is not tempered with by the incoming government also by reset in Ghana. Reset in say why in our program mobile phone the addresses near the idea gum what change number of ministers and so dum now by reset here we are reset and then go back to factory setting. Let's say go back to independence near start to from. I mean we can't afford that because a lot has gone on. If you look at digitization, for instance, my wife phone or two coin no friend must say person transfer security in our account. I pick the phone and just transfer on Sunday. Mostly 24-hour economy. On Sunday, with the phone, let me transfer a equal bank account. Receipt paid into the bank. I mean, this is the Ghana we want. At least we want life to be a little bit easier for us. And that is what Bawumia offers. And do your policies now. Yeah, can digitization will be intimate and can be because Bawumia can be. And to be can be. That's a whole ban from digitization. We stop digitization. Why? How can we be so unfortunate? To me, yes, Ghana for penny for Nicola. Mummy, any mistake. And Yaman and Crawford, we are starting. Say, mom, 8 years. Ghana be abroad. Your mom 8 years. Drone now you starting introducing you now. Even America, club is here from Ghana. I mean, what is actually will be that? That a developing country to me introduce you be not obibisuya. It only takes visionary leaders to do that. And Bawumia cannot be spared in this because Oshim, that this is brainchild.
Yeah.
Papa no ni dimina ni bibia say John Mama de yenyina ehunu da o. Yeah. And from the statements we're making out, he has not changed. He's even worse. Because first now or can be bima a trap when or say can we digitize kenke? Can we digitize Genke? Now digitization yedi. This is somebody who wants to lead the country. He believes that digitization yedi and Tinyama yedi nkwa na ma country ekoso. And modern world who develop country na say Nyama yedi dia and Nyama be come because development is not about what we eat. And then Nyame ama nipa suahu ama nipa ebiefu say angels. And no be ne yepani ha. What do I say? And no, any extra Ghana for the Muntie, the Muntie. Now, me, you best start politics and me, imagine me quality in my MPP. I marvel. And the Amra, Napoko can say, a Juma, in an Addo, iron.
Aye.
Kwame Nkrumah crying, you know, Yomdina no see bonnet. Apart from CSC or Monsieur Kwame Nkrumah, everything he said is factual.
That's right.
My new book could be my Dosu Kakra. About Kwame Nkrumah, deputy finance minister saying that 1965, Ghana was broke. Last week, I was reserved to Kwame Nkrumah. Ghana was broke. 1965. Finance minister.
Oh yes.
Ghana was broke in 1965.
Oh, yes.
Was say almost here a cabinet meeting. No cabinet say or traffic Ghana or not. Obushima Kwame Nkrumah. Or what do you mean? No, all the ministers will be some say Apobia Sampa. That's what was me ba. O so ko sunya no san betina. O ko sunya no san betina. Hey, say the medicine Ghana. Because we were given enough money to develop this state. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. So our propagandist kind of politics Kaji said to man no to tofina Kwame Nkrumah nipa said no and no near no because we are refusing to do politics of realities. And the say Nantia Aponcha can say Nantia Befa. And that was the introduction of our problem. Yeah. Otherwise, we should see things happen. No, because a green book. We do maybe a green book, no. Or say one road the quiet I mean we have gone past there. You have pictorial evidence like Dr. Aduchum education minister. Who share or your presentation now here. Now be some say, Papa is here 2 years after there's no appointing minister BNT Ghana. Sani mo ebe fahin. Let us allow continuity of governance. In fact, one of the disadvantages of our democracy is the 8-year tenure. Na I say obi aba obi 8 years. And the organized labor crisis obi the 8 years obi nkolo bi medibi. Childish thinking. Oh lecturers. Ewo krom ha. They are telling you they are not aware of the factual development going on in this country. And I wonder the sort of people they are. Say free education, you don't see the value of it. I'm say why anye or see a system maybe be. How on earth can any reasoning person say this? A dear policy plan you see so government get me introduce a year pro poverty. It means equalization in a society like this one. Unless we want to create more imbalances. And now free for body to choke. Now you find yourself somewhere. And you have the potential to improve upon it. And maybe if you say no cry enough campaign message. Dr. Anima?
Yeah. Make up more on Moody's. On say Moody's or my crophobia or my jubaku no more you mamma ya ne say or mo dear or more bobusia titru aban or more shemo no more musica sem ya the more general beer it is a had the encrophua on bobusiano or more shese standard way level way no who knew a man bosia obitimetria na name a name of the share revenue we generate and it will car with there. The worker what they know or me compare revenue this car with him jijin or memu no ma compare say eh obi kura ma osika enti wo betima tuani enti wo hwe na se wo say we dey ne kan dose dodo ne kan dose ne sika o raising so enti no mo do up to low baby e wo fam pa fufo so ko hwe no mo say we dey ne sika o jeje no emu ekosoro ana ne kan so nya de buru ebu no so bebre enti wonu so wo de omo no bosia eye enti no no so am do ato ba bi foforo enti wo hwe Ghana free 2022 eba no yenya problem pa a je say COVID-19 eno no ye free mu no sa mu disfoi o mo na do furumfo o mo report bae say Ghana e boy bosia enye ye ni nyina che ni nyina ne say COVID-19 am ye disika ni nyina ani ya budget no so na ye wo huge expectation for expenditure and the revenue no so now we have expectation ni nye ye say ye di e-levy no NDC for say hene ha yempene it na heading so o man o mo hwedin za o man yentimi rezi enough so o ma Ghana sika wa hwia wotimi ntua o mo woni nkrofo no ana nkrofo no o mo dika ma sika dada no o mo so say musika asema ya dende a se sika no e matu a mo hwe na man roll over automatically mo fa ya de emre yen no say o man wa chiri ye to the point say o mo ye de o ma de ko mo na dollar o dollar ni ya hwe de ko tua sa aka no edi hwe say millions of or billions of dollars ye mature aban hia dollar adwadifo hia dollar edi adija aban so hia bia ko to petrol so say dollar no asa the reserves nyina ya pra edi ye ko do say July na dey aman na I say ko di na bia ko do na nyakura na dollar ko be na on the black market na say ko be 20 Ghana cedis ana ye ko IMF eninti no samre mu no de omo downgrade ye pass kojo NDC for say omo de ko junk say omo de ya sekura na de manage ho ne say omo mpanyini ka say hwe mimi no minim o MPP eye aban ye nim kwan ya say aban no to fam kura no a ye fa so a
ebe peja
na sifam ebe di na sini na so ba se nipa wudi a ene ye nim sa science na etim di nya nipa because yes Christ kwa na be yes Christ obi an Ghana enti no ye sika no ma edi ye hwe ho but nyame adom or live up to that expectation so sa promise no e di despite say the IMF ye ntimi nko na IMF ye nya ni adade ye na ehia se ye ko IMF because ne sika sem na asa ye ko e ko sa adwa no a etimi ya dollars ba omamu a na nyeye enti hifa biem ne beko e se ne IMF mo na ene mu didwa ti na de mo na medan mo ne na me adom mo so emu omo so emu no ye bubo no kakran ba pim ne no e se ye ka wo hwe domestic debt ankasa nkura sa domestic debt exchange program e atiso ka heavy amaye ya sai anya time kakra e betima asiesie ho akotua sa ska no eno oho ane ko for ye dollar de no a ya me adom ma twa bebregu edi de mo twa gu no sa ati interest no kura so amaye asai extended time wa e be sa tua amaye no na je say o man ye ho hen ha ye pa edi sa mu dis for no mu di yewu no o mu ahwa o mu di o do fukufu o mu ahwa mo ti no debi ye duro no Ghana I said Ghana say no as ya henten development agenda no mu say uhwa your revenue apeja because IMF na kwa no boa me hye nema especially tax revenue ne mra ya hye ma ya adwuma ye say uhwe mu a expenditure na unnecessary bebre no abaya atima ahwe no ye ya please spend bebre sa afei yaka no ya de no so yentua ne say ye betua mpokura na enye kakraka se de kan no na da ho no eninti no ama ase ye ho he eninti no say wo hwe Ghana se wo ma ye bosia has a chances wo say ye betimi aye ho bebe e wo say risk no high still sa CAA2 no high still strict high na so no enti say CA and say CAA3 na ye da no this is a movie to say I'm looking at positive what does say positive and yes stable biem can say ko IMF assessing the na say stabilize it but say the move on plus na ye ko anim enti no o man no eye MPP abanchi say ya odi baye no monfo so ya no mututu ense mo nko IMF na ho nyame adom IMF no mfa so pa kese abaso a enne kakra omokra che se ye ko yanim no ebi start tuatua ye debt no na se so tina still an we say ye mba upgrade ye kakra nti CAA2 no yɛbɛkɔ CAA1 afei ne yɛkɔ B3 na afei yɛkɔ yɛnim kakra enti menim sɛ Ghana deɛ sɛ yɛka na ɛde no amanfoɔ sɛ yɛ ana mo yɛ dede but kufuɔ kɔ no saa ayi mudifoɔ hwɛ paa debt to GDP ratio ɛna ɔmo de hwɛ paa o but kufuɔ kɔ no na ɛyɛ 24.64% nsɛn the mama ebedi so ne NDC bedi ɔmo kɔ na ɛwɔ about 58%.
Wow, that jump.
So what I say ana sɛ o kɔ na ko do bɛ 70% a na what do risk zone until from 58 to 70 no ɛsɛn ɛso aban kora no do 2019 na nkrɔfo busa kakra bi aba aka ho because of condition ɔmo kreta maye ne ntino busa kakra bi aban boka ho no na fe aye risky because ne amaya kwakodu eyakodu be sa threshold no ana ɔmo de won ne bae se ade no se de ezikoni enti nya se bia MPP aba na ba no bo busa ye na busa na NDC fo abo ene take or pay I know anema na egu eso no na wo se tua na maka na doso ti wo jibu se kakra bi ka ho apɛ na o kwa ya do risk zone the NDC for the push here to that level tell for ntiase etinjami adom aban no ahyehyɛ nneɛma a minim sɛ going forward no dollar we na ebe dollar ebe start abamam because confidence no manfo benya na omo sika omo pese omo dollars omo de be hye oman mu no omo so de beba omo de ba na ma dollar ba more na demand no any supply no atima yepe na fe stability of the city no abana so again we value kakra chain and then say wo gold for oil ye wo gold coin ya aba ni nyina so boa abo ama dollar city na nya ahode minim say enchakura o ye abro so asen say Mahmoud Bawumia to be the president just about 1 year dollar no be from pa
right me say Dr. Anoma your parliamentary candidate was such a from place Drobonso Georgia come na be 2 months ni die je say what the hwahwemu a ehuri fi hardship MP waiting marche
bra me joso me ho ye
constituency to say
me dasi we dey betum
wan na wonye kesere de ntino wo fon kra yehu tinka ko se obi nka me kase ase wo flatic but ase me ha me head of difference say A2 say the B2 say
who say asrewa ho tam okwaje wansa ho bosiam say onyina na obetua no da bia wansa da ka no ada okobi ase de otia no otie no so friend ma no megina ne nchen on begina yehu papa yehu ma no say adwendwen nti na ma papa na fonsa
me ma de sasa e ma no be no ba na ma na fia esa
constituency to say
yekoso we dem betu me ne me chairman e ba na chese me chairman di machiri na adwumadin na yekoso ayeye yekoso makane ma bebrache wo se nema nema ni be ha ye mfa mabonten so adwumadin ye beye ye bompa ye se ye babu baba na Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni votes across was a from place say ye no last 4 years no na see it me for the first time na ba be di MPP ho ti ye ni am prepare
first second lady abaho
onya nnume
adura nyasa kutua
na nyasa me pictures no
wa so say
ni ho so ni nuanom bebre ho a omo hwe nanim pa nchama e bi ho dance se me ka ni twam kura nkwara nketinketi omtim ni nsa ko wo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni e wo ka no ni na me ka kire
sese
minti ase na me ko community bi na omo hu me ne dog ayi ni picture no kwara nketinketu na me ni kwara de ni aka kire wo
I anointed so me I anointed
enti na me bisa ma me no me say sister ku na me say me na me ka kire wo ni chama ni community kura me ko en far away omo ho a omo ye settlers omo tell bebre ti omo yes ano ni
wan sister kunu sister Samira kunu
omo nche mi na ma me no so say sister kunu kwala wo tuti say nye se bia wanyinyi mpo kura na e be ka se eno mdim de ka ba poster no ho mi poster me ko nya omo jini nya ma ne san na msa na chese papa no na me na ehira who's the last time I trust our publication is Samira your mona baso and we say consultation papa so we ya opinion so say o medi president no won so di mu akotene pa na dwuma so wo ye no ene ba nwanwa ti me hofo is I ready nim said that obey say o pass from place no you say me to me boase kope ka be de wo hona me de ye nua no fulani fo no wo hona ba ya so yakosra wo mama mu say is ye nya integration first power na NDC over na fulani ye no mo kokon ni kunkum ni ba na MPP be to atwa na campaign na no mo de ye ti MPP say bia o mo ye be pam ne ade ade isi o mo tiase amomo hu sampa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be the president ya na Mama Samira so be first lady ya ebe boa ma Ghana omo so etima tena ho o mba yi omo adwuma enkofo ha obi anya da ma o ye wadwuma o dua o niema omo mese no na afi ya pe kwan fofra do mbe fa so a omo betima tena ha na emfo ha obi ama and this dey come back dey akọ campaign say bia omo kunkum do bombe se enkofo eniema me ho sei be pre ne ho but for the past years no say the first ni nya incident say bia we kumwe ni ada ni nyina akọ to he ba so far no meka say ye he nenim say obeba na on so dey na no de sema bekire say papa kura ba nka mepe ebi so mo he nenim pa nchama dem ne nenam ye wura to kru bia mu ama mo atiase say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be the president ya ene ma bebre ene be koso Ghana na ye kura se from prince dey ye chefa be kese pa nse ni nuanu bebre ne wo ho a omo hwe ne mu ti afi campaign no said ye no you vote no nanu me chairman ko bu obi puno mze jai puno we ko bomu a le mu ho twen na me ni pa me no ko ni ankochew se wa ko ibi boni ama campaign na me na ansai nti ye adwuma me team no so constituency executives no omo bodwuma pa nti hinu ba ni mani bi ha ya na misinformation sabi me chairman me ne nko dawuram se bia ye ko ya dia emfamfa so anya dai ema nti de bi ha muti omunti e kakra so for the past 2 months they can be hwi mu no enye ne no kwa birthday na me refi me te say ya chinkwa na ye me refi ba chinkwa na ye man me refi but ye pese ye ko ne ye di emfaso ye le eba ne yetimi di akonya ema Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be the president na ne ma wo ma ye de me suro ne say ye ntime ndi nkunima ye de weapon kese pa ma NDC yes but weapon kese ashe NDC for nse me free say enema ya ye ni nyina no o mesa bi gina so a be chepa ansa na Ghana fo hu say omunye hwe be che ama Ghana fo hu so omunye hwe free say drip yi akwan me be kuma wukwai say dikadika chamani de be ka kro bi kwa bit mat na kuma wa badwuma kuma say akwaba ai kwa ni dem shirin na say ye didi agro na ya party for ya nyere ye ho anye tumi ni ye say ye di we timi wakame na ndisi fo be somu a omanya big weapon a be chepanza na Ghana fo so omo den if ti aye nwuma gu ho na drip nko akura keke no say omo say omo ne be ye adwuma akura se fo nkuro nketuam enyina nto aba ma MPP bi say omo de be ye adwuma omo ntimi amfa bi ama mampani dada akofo di grade akura ba wi achi mi hu ba bi a ewo e ba ye na a nightmare nti no mo sha say na omo person omo say de papa no free say omo nsa dia ye de be no me ho say community bia meko bia omo say community hia kwa me say na efo mu kwa akura de be ba bi
munta di ni ntem
enti say ya nya ni ntem enyi na ye de bon samrane sa ne amfa anya dwuma na ye ntima wi power no a omo be somu a omo de be ye dwuma ama omo aka say omo na de ye de bai enti ni stress ho ne ma bia kan de bia omo famra na ye ntimi mfanya adwuma MPP ai wahini ba se me dana me da hona me yam hye me se eni ma na do dan kokofo ado eni e papa leji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia begi se ye ya metroso ni judgment this year bibiri besay bibiri besay wahini ba se ye di adwini ye ne di bae no ehu enim die ne ye ye all aspect all facet of the sectors be bi ni wa ye ntache ye omo musu adwuma ye bo omo na no se me ho most about 160 and your mom sewing machines in hairdressing, tailoring, all the equipment in tools or moving. Now, Sandy Menina, you spend this car, you know, Matana holding him the actual policies here and interventions. I Buamo Brophony here for job creation, innovative way I create employment here. Near Jama almost say Omanzame Friday no more. So we need to consolidate our gains. Now, Yentias said, Yenny bit my Ghana a D. We have all the policies and interventions here. Abebia wohwɛ de mobrofo nya ho mfa so MPP ne de ba name them insurance metro mass now said the anam ta culture bet Einstein was say move away from negative people. They always have a problem with every solution. Ibia the buy ibia no how mo for so now no crowd there me come in some class see free senior high school na the buy no be can we na say be wuti ho na wuti a wona the buy e na wo fa ho ka e hyehyɛ mpanimfo ntare ye ma me no mi o ntima kɔtɔ ntare hyehyɛ trousers ni UTC kurum say e ye 419 policy amma sika akubi afie. It has been described as one of the poverty reduction strategies here by the California here for as in the long term. Now me conclude so me chama de ultimate. Krubia me kubia me bisa say wa ko free senior school peja wonsa. Krubia no have because we wunya bi. Enu akola ba ko kruba ko kama onu a be share testimony say ni kama ndi kro no so be kama. Kama na mo na ju ifri ho na ju be 9:30 pm na ye kansem na ye ka kwan na na do dan kokofo do be wa bo ahiafo a moborofo kenye sa free senior high school kan kola bi nkubi ba ko de o kan ye me ya ne se onu ni nya admission na o so we jai wo ko dofu se de ni nuanom ketu akra be ko GHS ene watimi akọ senior high school a wa wi a wo be preteshere ko enu nti na Georgia ko me policy wo constituency wo nyina high school. Almost about 120 something people in my part mission mom. Nkuru mu amekwa ankola no mde mlezo na amekọ kuru ba kusu yim. Akola na twa A1s. Ho na edi nanim. Ma hye ne boss and nesi admissions akruso be ko university. Ma ye me ye nso so. Nti ya na obi fi say school no hu hia. Kuyani timi ko school. And school ni so timi ye kuya. Yeah. So vice versa. Nti so in farming we want to have precision farming. Yeah. Precision farming say yes first o to pitin aburo no bag say ni benya eno kwa omo anim say me bias ekase ya benya aban no so mo asene a de ada farming inputs ba fertilizers nom ne sa eniema ebebo amakuyafo na nyomo adwuma nti say ye we nyina awie na maamefo a omo so nya sika bi bua ma omo mako school nyamma mu bia omo so ye adwuma na no hwe wayi kora ya form a omo no ekoyi nyuma wo bi ni security for ekoko institutions mu omo hiansa no dwuma ne ade a ni nyina ya de a aban na bɔ ne homodi but said the bia mekan an empty stomach is not a good political advisor said the about Einstein kind it's not a good political advisor so you say you be hear ye funu nko ade a and you be kasa aban bia anya hwe and it has been there since time immemorial kona no ne panimishia ye di nkomo ne ye ka was in 1964 and an ema make change o man mu odi
1964
and an ema make change o man mu ayeti
lawyer just said say coming come 65 the minister kajen say Ghana is broke
look when they say data no lawyer me 1964 papa na kache me say 1964 no be kache me government e was say o man mu ayeti ba wa hinba da bia me kache me ba was me ta boso. We need to always juxtapose between the standard of living and quality of life. The quality of life has improved. Wow. Including Grana Canyon so. Including Grana school ni ho. Including Grana hospitals ni ho. And they be ho. Ye treashim. And I did be answer a loss be goes with risk. So we pay the kodoko the affairs and can ye maybe to say ye my omu go to home at the boat in the boat. Into a koto home at the boat and and they will be to change your way beside Ben Fraser. Before we could turn on bed,
be the bone street.
It open say, we had the affair. Yeah, you so condition.
But you're not going to. No, maybe them are sharing. And that daughter, Mama, because I'm a sharing.
Oh, you want to make us a sort of mentoring.
You hear foundation ya.
Oh, you remember this is what we are.
Mama, come on, Manuma.
I don't know what you are. Animal cancellation. Come and the student leave the we don't need for your bob watching.
ọba mo fún akọfa bayo akọfa we gas baba
na say we gini yedi nyina go food basket of inflation ka hu bi and so be ko to we gina ne boy ya was inflation akosoro na ni padu do to we gusa
esa
why na be okra obi on to on shawe but ni nyina you go can
take ni ko aso kwa na bo che menye zanka medim
sa
se bibi di Bone Street ne
ya kanyina ne se na na do dan kokofo do se be ye do man we ni ehwemo na wo hwere ba bia dia bedru ni ba bia Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bomi apeso beto aso ni vision sa be techira me dem woni daso say Peter Drucas, if you want to predict the future, create it now until you predict ya you say ne ya be hu and daso all sectors na wo hwe enhihye wo ho say credit scoring no me ade ade nya nkrofo no kan kwa akọ woni mufaso a ade beba na no yenu anu ye teacher for say yes nya me yaduma first nka ko secondary school so na tete ho pa no wo be kona ka ba ko peni so no kra no head teacher ne dia na headmaster ne dia
homa
ai ene kwa obi awie school engine wato say kra de yes say wo fees wo betima mani bia ni senda yi no wo form na cc be 1.2 wo ba rabi say de mrebi o mampani dada akofo ne wo ho no the PR, mining, agric, education,
fire service,
in all sectors. Where institutions here, yet me ashimukina be PR ko e gina ne naso. Na me de ye do twam kase ne digitalization. Eho e na game changer ni padodo ani nko ho. Enu nti ne lay foundation say we are going to create about 1 million people. Say ne be ya omu betimi enya kwanya na sa dwuma ba omu so enya bia ye. Yekoye ni muhe report wa eba the be go to the World Bank report of 2016 we say people of about 57% start losing their jobs because of ICT and yes you person will be free until you say ya mo montete na omuntimi nyanim dia o betim dia boa na ba bi edi o ma ne be fa bi o motima kekere emfa so tie na ebam na no say ba ko lunch ye citizens app and you may no it's a centralized database ya bibia ye bia no that understand alone we gina ha ya kan nyina fa ndi utimi nya kwanya na se ubura ha it has become ubiquitous say comparable for kese 24/7 time and place bibia wo bia betini abana to kese nti e basa ubia productivity say grofu jada je akosan line nim nya de na e be kofom sometimes grofu ha nya se bia bo apaye no mo yo ba kodila so bia yese wana wai nu so enkrofo nam wachiri sisaniema boka ene otifie na ofa app no bibia woso between that light hospital bills edin enje no ni bibia o man no di na ni ko sense me be catch say we be moving to another dimension we are friend internet of things many no ma wa ha internet of things ni say bibia ye bia no abefo kwaso ne de befa ni duru ho wi the efficiency any what they say productivity aba so that was a catch was a nkrubu ha ukoso a enya fe no bi bedwa waso mi say kan ye sisu ndi obi nkodum no o free dem ho na no adu ni nyina ye niam a ye di gu akwam a ye be hyehyɛ betimi ama oman no niam bi a ye se no wastage ye system nim nyina ye dey afri ho nti ye nkakra na oman bia no so je so to fapim na de bia makache say consistency in governance no so e ka hu bi emma oman ni di ye ba ye no de ye so aba we nya de na yakeka nsem saa na yato aba ti aba no oh nti de bia metaka che say political misinformation disinformation is a threat to good governance saa na ye 2008 yakeka ya say the NDC ye ho moto do mbeka bi ebe so mo nya kwanya besum de wo sa be kra de ni madwuma a wo ye a yija o man hye wonsa wan mo homodin a sabi dum so e baaye school for a na ye mo msika nkakra mo brofo bi obi free search from prince a waba na e bia o ma me etumenye school fees am so allowance kra me dua ni nyina ni discourage enkwala no mo school ene teacher for ye show mu kina professional allowance ye pagem ena yes increase the number of teachers and so create employment first who come school and ye me shall say me shall do training na me chira there 3 classes different classes class 4 class 5 class 6 edin to pass because the teacher phone ho ɛne yɛafa bi agu mu ama nipa na dɔɔso na mekɔ community baako ɔmo sɛ teacher fo ɛwɔ nkwan yɛ 25 nti wohwɛ the people's teacher ratio a apagya ne nyinaa nso so ɛboa ma nkwalaa no de sua no so yɛde ɛkɔ soro nti ɔhene babaa na bɔ ne ho mmɔte yɛntumi nka sɛ yɛayɛ ne nyina even baabi a yɛbɛfa firi yɛ ɛne yɛ kɔrɛkɔɛ mu nneɛma yɛtotoyɛ no sɛ nkanyɛ Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo His Excellency ɛna no wasi nkete sɛ media kwan bi a mɛfa so a mɛmo ɔmanfo adi yie biara kobi okra nka bɛgye ne nsɛm ama akɔhɔ ne mu ko bɛkɔhɔ ne mu because yɛatete bi pɛn but wɔsi da bi sɛ nipa paa bɛhwere ne nkwa deɛ yɛma nipa ntena se na sɛ yɛkɔ akɔ aba yɛkyi abɛyɛ ɔman ne yɛayɛ yie ɛhɔ ne yɛde abɛyi nti wohwɛ the PCPEG post-COVID program for economic growth ɛno nyinaa ka ho ne abɛduru sei nti sɛ obi te hɔ no ofi sɛ yɛkɔ akwa sɛ ebia yɛfitinya ne abɛduru sei a ɛnyɛ saa nhyehyɛ pa ɛbaayɛ unsi yɛde programs yi baayɛ na bi ha yɛsɛ yɛntie adwumayɛfoɔ bi akatua so especially MMDCs yɛnya akwantuo yɛnya ayi kyekyɛ coupons kyekyɛ ɛne saa nneɛma ne nyinaa ne kan yɛ a yɛnya afapem but na nka that time no call the global market a ne yɛnya very tighter requirements wopɛ sɛ ɔkɔgye busia a nneɛma ɛbata ho no a ka wontumi nyi bi ba nyame ayɛ adom ama ɛnɛ yɛtumi atie si kwaa so policies bi te sɛ good for oil ne nyinaa baayɛ yɛ ne nyinaa ma ɛnɛ ne nyinaa ɛwɔ soro aba nneɛma bebree ɛna MPP ayɛ a sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛbɔ ho dawura ɛbɛbɔ nti nam sɛ afei aba yi obiara nkɔ ne mpasua so woyɛ deɛ yɛ a community biara no Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ho hwa akɔ hɔ kɔgyina ɛno so ne yɛtoto constituency deɛ ne akeka bom de aba national am yɛtumi adi nkonim almost every district or constituency ɛnya ne kyɛfa mene wo kasa yi me hɔ adeɛ baako a na yɛ nightmare a me betena ha bo so pampa atonfo ba bia wo bo bia na ho hia no me network me no ka say sabe network is almost completed e wo fumsua it's almost completed at Akuma and you know if you want the satellite na ko bo ho aka say de kanea e be bo ho ne atwaja tum e mesrem ma me osra say de aka bia no hwe no wanyaman te say sene so die and ye guso ayeko na drip no enso so be pie kira afa ye kwa ne ye no mo kasa wo hwa agenda 111 ya yenso so ye never made ye nya ye chefa ye nya district hospital fe is almost completed still nyina betwitwa ho mfoni enti yeso ye nye ye chefa wo kan nti ye ne ma ohene ba we nu ye de chichiro man ya na obi person ka ye beda sori no na ban ni discover shishu enye saa na tie se economy ni gire yi a obi adwuma wo ye bia no ekɔ wano enti na ban no create a enabling environment say adwadifo ne ade nyinaa no betimi aboa na omo so adidwa na omo de bia ye de wo se omo de ye nti the economy is very heterogeneous obi a wo chefa obi a wo ba bia ne hawo edwem ma wo mo hawo school for teacher for obi a sectors bia oba transport sector hɔ a ɛhɔ nso so abana ya de sɛ wo time a na be February mo hɔ na inflation rise akodu about 54.1 na nkrofo kase ya nkrofo na inflation ati abafom ni nyina ya ban ne hyehyɛ ye pa nti mpani sɛ amfo na kyerɛ ne ntoaso ɛno nti ne yɛ stress kakra no ayɛ no a ye nuanom bi anya ho mfaso a ɛnɛ yi nyina no ye timi ta kyerɛ no ye hwɛ so ne nto abapa ɛma sɛbe MPP ni ntimi ntraso MPP tena ba mu cha ɛha no a ye keka sɛ ye bɛsɛ buru kyerɛ no ɛbɛsɛ but me ntie na mboafu ni ade because George Nathan say bad officials are elected by good people who do not vote and what you say won kotu feze wan kotu no bi ko yi oban bi mawa wan hwe ya na wo so bi kuta hwehwe ye nyina ya mwa na ye nta MPP achi ye nkasa internal issues o they say they almost resolved where ya mwa dawroma oba Ashanti region ha mo badwuma pa
wo bo mu din sa na wa che ba bi ofre George Nathan we hwani we di
ya me mo ko ko nkan ho
ai fa de ka ho na je
let's start with you ni baba enti omu
every different section
no yes what site me so what them mataka bi
Martin die de Ghana for no be
site me what does it
every next week that's right you work be site come from site campaign team no so as any nuan mom so boy sometimes you go hire me person di betu nipa bebre boa such a fan place for pa ebrepem no ye be ba na ya bebo ma baso na me na chairman so ase na mpanifo no bebre ase djuma omoye de boa safi no ye betima GC bebre wa Ashanti region ha nchia me party chairman Rufai ni omo maka me DC so Bojuma Gidi Honorable Hamidu Sulemana. Michama, sorry. Rufai Zakaria.
Chairman Rufai
Zakaria. Michama.
Such a front place, Chairman, you know.
I'm justice in the
Okay, Dr. Maya, sorry, and another second lady or constituency.
Bojuma.
Let's say,
in fact, Manko. Nami monitor. Me crop for na. Omuche say, and this if only Jano Kosich Masi. Because Omuntiminta.
And Treasure.
Omuche say their corner. No say, hey, Abasambu Yaba. What they did, they need to who say ye lusu. And they say, Bitra. And Omufa Kavi. And Omukota Sichet Masi. Omut and Sana. Second division Jumano. And Omodekoe. Modeba Omufi. The American parents Obaba ye the same thing was a friend planes.
Yes.
Now how dear a be an assembly.
Yeah, Obaba
in the Bako.
I say Dr. Ra Bunu East and
yeah.
11 constituencies and you know I think it was about 3 days and a bay.
Yeah.
We are Obaba's Nako Uti and then Futa.
Yeah.
We are not Oba Ashanti region.
Yeah, some of them don't know Obiaka.
Yeah, we are Ashanti region Okoya the next day Adia will come for the second feast.
Okay.
On Subesaba until Obano Boko other constituencies now Tia come now went to me uncle. Yeah, Tino. You go to say baby you're doing the speed.
Speed.
So what I cast my lawyer.
And I call the second lady.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Johnny. Oh, good.
Now, let me commend the chairman for the sort of speeches that he gave. In fact, he demonstrates the ability and quality. We can say, what's canny environment and or the block speech? You can imagine. I mean, he spoke so well, factual, accurate.
Yes.
And we are no be able to he addressed the issues. And it was exciting, especially the Zongo community. They were all over. They were excited that Hajia was there. And Obikache said, last election, Omoba Krumo, Nippon buy and it's a times 100 in the buy. Yes, they were all around her. And it is a good sign. Sir, elections in the trend in the best sign tremendously this time.
Yeah.
Right. Those areas are no disadvantage, you know. The candidature of the vice president, the wife, you know, had the huge impact. Change it back. And then the man people for near did as well as to me consolidate against where we won already. I just say let's do a done deal. The moment you want again and consolidate again, more complaining, say you free moon. Let's find a way of approaching them and telling them, say, look, Ghana signed a risk of electing your mama because you ma pa MPP in you better watch me.
Yeah.
No, I reset the economy. No, that's how to go getting. No, that the man Crawford na Okada, yeah, Okada does. And only understanding of nation building. So, Obisu say, Obi making sure say, car between the Quran because of the cost of fuel or introducing electronic cars. Near to me reduce cost of expenditure on fuel and transport. I mean, if you compare these two policies, it would be a big mistake. Say, be careful. Especially the youth. Many youth be Kasana. I was surprised because I presume all of them knew about Ghana politics. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And you may from Worsens time, a baba for buy in baby anymore. Some of them were alive but they were young. They didn't know anything. So I'm saying Ghana I had and I'm saying, oh yeah, sure. And this year Mama or not Ghana. Can you tell me that we celebrated Ghana? Mama is the only president under the 1992 constitution. The first term, you butu no you butu kitwa 1 million different. Now Mbisa said, do you know why? It's because we were so uncomfortable. Yes, but life was quite difficult.
Yes.
And the people can say then Ghana I had here. And you because we know your far council, yeah, asphalted road 17,000 kilometers, 4,000. Hospitals yes, see agenda 111. You have a commission 50 or 60 and sending a trauma. Send your mama about me hospital back. Almost bomb once for you see the car back home, back to me. KJ market grab must say, or the no, or more at me a year. Among you, we hear central market, the size of the market Now we KJTR. Investment here was Central Bank is bigger than KJTR.
Yeah.
Let us do the analysis properly and tell people that we are working harder than they did. Airport you see any time or could be a source international airport no. Go and see for yourself what is happening there. A jail said, who compare sector by sector, MPP are yet a million times than NDC. And they now tell this maintain your adverts. Maintain so my advert or bomb recorder. On my adverts, so we departed from saying that we built 10 hospitals. Because the bar they can't stand it. I just said the records are not there in their favor. MPP na and want to my near Twasu. Yet Twaswa.
Sorry. Over the weekend, is it Saturday or Friday? This accident is CEO East Legon. Prophet Salih from Mako. Neba. 16 years.
Salih from Mako.
Yeah. 16 years. And all driving. Say ne senior brother aiding the birthday into Yasmana so Nkotoniema and Famra. No, for your crash the other car na and the permit ma neba girl omuno efrimuno on the spot now the car caught fire and it burned beyond recognition. In fact me twemu ho any 30 minutes and that incident no is 16-year-old people are saying say Papa can be held responsible akola at that age. So what driver's license only be near the car small and that what are the law?
No cray. Say oh akola near minor now sumana offense no committee and no committee. So because the Juvenile Justice Act no be deal with the child. Koya akola and the law reckon say akola there you entrena say people in so but what the car the man so that act is also serious. It's an offense and it's rather unfortunate. Say see most parents victim corporates you want some akula under 18 license who can amount to still on the mom and they are big lesson to Ghanaians. Let us make sure one say apart from that accident we see here
yeah
it a dey back up and person Christopher they bunko to job umpire and focus and cremofo any omo judicial radons ye umpire against those things. Obi katem say Bronya na say Bronya bia my the euphoria of Esmat is not around.
Yeah.
And the one na be ba no political enye Christmas. The rituals that politicians have been performing during elections. Let us stand up and pray against it. And no so say yeah and commission we never concentrating. Let us pray against those things. Because the trend and say continue we will lose lives and it will not help the country. Accident unnecessary accidents is na say what this accident but suddenly
Saturday na angasa no VIP bus on the spot
election related accident. Let's be frank with ourselves near Mompire in Tia atumi bi amana homene so no person nyamoja sack no timima obi political advantage whoever is behind it no minim say nyame be judge but for now there let us protect the youth, let us protect our citizenry from this unnecessary. Life is made up of the spirit and the physical. And to would mean physical and one say spirit in the media. Political leadership should also consider the spiritual aspect of life. It's a national may organize all night. In the father's called 28th
of this month.
October. Maybe I just I'm mobilizing 500 pastors.
500 pastors.
Yes, will be a bokola.
Wow.
May I hear all night change Bompire Magana. That is the contribution we can make spiritually towards this.
Wow.
And to please, everybody, baby, but it's not confirmed. My boy announcement.
Sure. Some announcement and artist can name.
I bet you about this.
Despite say yes a bonfire obia every individual we are responsible for your own safety wa nkasa ho bible nti wo hwe ho yia gisa aduro political party whatever akofa no emfa so to be a start to hwe ho so yia ebe boya akyɛn mpaebɔ no kɛkɛ
anyway where am I chat me mama mama chat me mama ko mama ko mama chat no
yeah mama ko man
sinya me show mu nyina de do mase chama na we the one to enu to am chama we such a complaint me dey file so na that the party for nyina ase and be house to house
okay
do one so ankasa Mondays dey ya enko asket ntine e ofia ye be house to house nti enyume mu nyina amra 5 pm
house to house
yes
Chana many who start here so they watch my
when you know the back on when you
peace no for baby na so for baby
you crowd man
la mumra